Good morning in the beautiful Galilee morning. You guys have been asking about the flax. When I was out here with Joe and Randy, I kind of figured, just from the look of things, and as the earth was bearing witness to me, that we'd be in the flax this week. And we are in the flax this week. I don't know if you can see, the pink color is so soft. Sometimes it's hard to see on the camera, but I see it all the way down to where it drops off, where the heel drops off here. Isn't it beautiful? So, I can't see the screen. I don't know what you see. Let me see. Maybe you see me there? Okay. So, I know that there is an urban legend that you don't need the flax, you only need an omer of barley. But that's because, I don't know, you need to ask that person. But the scripture says that when the barley is aviv, the flax is in bowl. And the word bowl means givol. Givol is like a chalice or a goblet. And when we look at this beautiful little flax, we will see that the bloom itself is like a goblet. It goes way down in there. And I have to say that if Exodus 9:31 and 32 were not important to the understanding of our calendar, that Elohim would not have allowed for the Galilee to be the largest producer of flax to linen in the Middle East during the Roman occupation. So why is that important to the story of Yeshua? Because we know that on the day he was crucified, that he was wrapped in linen and laying in a tomb. We know on the day that he was born, he was swaddled in linen. This plant that Elohim has allowed to grow in Israel are remnants of the flax that was grown here on the Galilee during the Roman occupation. We have pilgrim records that says, well, first let me tell you why they did it. Because during this time, the Roman soldiers, Rome, could outsource grains from Africa cheaper than they could get them in the Galilee. And we know that they ruled this entire region. They were the conquerors of the known world here at that time. And so the King Herod said, we can't grow grains, we can't sell grains to them, we'll grow flax. Because when this is turned to linen, they used layers of linen soaked in animal fat as a type of a armor to protect them in battle. So now the pilgrim that came and recorded in his journals what he saw here in the Galilee during the time that the flax production was still going on, said that the shores of the Galilee were outlined with linen garments and linen because of the flax production in this region. Now you're going to have to explain to me why Elohim has gone to all the trouble to establish a flax producing location right here, specifically right here in the Galilee where Yeshua walked. I know in Bet Shean there was another center over there, but here in the Galilee where Yeshua had most of his ministry, did most of his miracles, and lived most of his life, here Elohim orchestrated that there would be a linen to flax industry in the correct time that Yeshua walked the earth. So if Exodus 9:31 and 32 were not important in proving the biblical calendar and understanding the words that are written in that passage, would he have bothered to preserve the flax? Would it even have been established here in the Galilee? if there's no connection between Egypt and between Israel, and understanding that Exodus 9:31 and 32 is the key to understanding when the barley is Abib, and it's the key to understanding who the Messiah is, would he have even bothered? And I'm going to take you a little bit deeper. I did this the first year. The area of the south end of the lake, it's basically the latitude and the elevation where the Israelites lived during their time in Egypt, in that area of Goshen. And so this field is the field that will be full of wheat when we get to Shavuot. And there's not a thing here. Not now. Just now here, some of the barley is coming out. And yet 50 days or a little less, because remember, we're not offering grains, we're offering leavened bread. 50 days or a little less, this area will be full of the black emmer wheat that reflects the true timing of Elohim.